Hi there, it's Mrs. D with a quick writing lesson on how to punctuate dialogue. This will help make your characters' voices easy to follow. So, most dialogue follows one simple principle. The punctuation goes inside the quotation marks. The first pattern that we're going to talk about is dialogue followed by speaker tag. So, the words and then the part that's like said so and so. Here's an example. I found the key, Maya said. So what we do is we have quotation marks around the words that the person said. And then at the end of what they said, we will not put a period in this case, we'll put a comma. And then we put a tag on the end, said Maya. Now notice that that tag, said Maya, is not capitalized. The only time we would capitalize that is if Maya came first. I found the key, Maya said, then it would be capitalized because it's a proper noun. A question mark or an exclamation point will replace the comma. Where is it? Asked Leo if it's a question. And don't touch it, shouted Maya if it's an exclamation. Okay, so notice where those punctuation marks are. And notice also that those actions, asked and shouted, are also not capitalized. The next pattern that we have is when the speaker tag is before what the speaker said. Okay, this is a little bit different, so pay attention to this one. We have Maya said and then a comma, quotation mark, and then a capital letter to begin what Maya said. Let's look for the key, period, and the end quotation mark. So again, the quotation marks are around what Maya said, and it has a punctuation mark at the end of it and a capital at the beginning of what they said. Ending quote punctuation marks like a question mark or an exclamation point would just replace the period in this example. And the final pattern is dialogue followed by an action. This again is a little bit different, so pay attention. An action is not a speaker tag. So an example of that is I found the key. Maya held it toward the light. So she's doing something. It's not a said, asked, shouted, or any of that stuff. It goes on to talk about her action. So in that case, we're going to put the quotation marks around what the speaker said. We're going to put the punctuation that we want inside the quotation marks. And then we're going to start as if it were a new sentence. A capital M held it towards the light with its own punctuation. Now, let's look at these and decide, is this a speaker tag or is this an action? Where are you going? Asked Elena. Speaker tag or action? Yeah, that one's a speaker tag. So it would be properly punctuated, capital W, inside quotation marks, the quotation marks around what she said. This is a question, so we would use a question mark and asked Elena with a lowercase a and a period at the end. How about this one? I know the way. Marcus pointed toward the trail. Is this a speaker tag or an action? That's right, it's an action. So I know the way in quotation marks because that's what he said with the ending punctuation inside those quotation marks, and then a new sentence with its own capitalization and punctuation at Marcus pointed toward the trail. Your turn. Punctuate these dialogues. Go ahead and pause the video, write out your answers, and drop them in the comments, and I will comment back. Remember the three patterns. We have the tag after. I'm ready, said Ben. Said Ben is that dialogue tag. The tag before, where Ben said or said Ben, well, we wouldn't say said Ben, but Ben said comes at the beginning. Or if it's an action after what the person said, I'm ready, Ben opened the door. Correct punctuations help your reader hear the conversation as it's happening. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.